In this episode, I meet up with John Barnett and Tommy Byers from OhioValley Catfish Challenge, and we're going to chase some big flathead catfish. These guys are constantly catching huge, 30, 40, 50, 60 pound flathead catfish. You know what I mean? Mouths like that. Catfish or Die Trying is proudly sponsored by Yak Attack, Jackson Kayak, RS Nets, Orion Coolers, Stillwater Outfitters, Yak Addicts, Lake Fork Trophy Lures, The Original Rod Socks, Power Pole Micro Anchor, Kayak Caddy. You know, when you're going fishing for big flatheads like this, first you gotta get bait, and you want live bait. Some of the best bait for these big fish is actually just live bluegill. You know, you can either fish them live or you can cut them up and use them as fresh cut bait. We did a little bit of both. So me and Tommy just went to a local pond, caught some bluegill, kept them alive. Met up with John at a boat ramp along the Ohio River, and we went out and tried to find some of these big catfish. Giant. Did a little gut on it though. That's funny. That's like a little chicken nugget for a flathead. John blowing you up yet? These ones are bigger. The gateway drug.
Gateway drug. Flatheads love live bluegill, so we're going to catch a few and try them tonight.
What size hook do you use for the cats?
I use a 10-aught circle.
That's gonna be. I'm gonna have to remember not to really set the hook on those too.
Live gills and stuff. I'm going to start using kale hooks. 10-aught kale hook, which allows you to set the hook.
Yeah. Do you like the kale hooks more than the circle hooks, or?
For live bait, I do. This first year I'm going to use the kales, and I really like them.
The gateway drug. I'm still salty about that. I freaking made a meme like 5 years ago of a little bluegill. It said the gateway drug. I didn't watermark it or nothing, and I posted it on Facebook, and that thing went viral. I see it probably every other week. I see like another huge account posting it. I get zero credit for it. Should have trademarked it.
You got a little technique down now. I know what you're doing.
Right. It seemed like they were just moving up on beds, and then I went to Texas, and I was gone for...
Oh my God, that bass came up and hit it.
Did you see him?
Fuck.
Did you see the bass?
Yeah, I saw him hit it. He came up and hit it.
I saw the rod bed. I knew it wasn't a bluegill. That hook's probably just too small.
Yeah, it is.
Wow, that's a monster.
He swallowed it. He swallowed it?
Yeah. Not really. No, I want my worm back.
I would have never thought to catch bluegill that way. These bluegill are hunters. They want that moving. It must be, I bet you there's a little tadpole hatch or something. That's probably why they're hitting it when he's bringing it across the top like that.
You know, I've caught a couple decent sized flathead before. I think about 2 years ago I got one, you know, probably close to 30 pounds from the kayak on Kentucky Lake while I was fishing a kayak bass tournament actually, and hit a jig and pig of all things. But it was a rush, just, you know, fighting a fish that big, getting her in, and just the pure size of her, you know. So that's kind of what I want to do here.
Is he down here?
No.
Man, he was all worried about us.
Has been forwarded to an automated voice message.
Dang. Alright, I was worried that moved, but it didn't. It's funny because my hands look gross. There's a fly on that one.
Always waiting on John. He's always late. Sit around for 2 hours waiting on him to get here. You texted me, damn, like we just got to the fishing hole to catch bluegills for this trip, and you're not even ready?
No, I am now, but it took me, I thought everything was just going to be there. It took me forever to find it with my key. Like, son of a bitch, man.
All you had to do was give me one phone call and I would have been like, hey, it's in the glove.
Yeah, I think it has to be here somewhere. I already got ice and everything. I just have to get gas over there.
Well, hurry up.
I'm downtown Ball Street.
Always waiting on you.
What's up, John?
How's it going, Joe?
How you been, man?
Great. You ready for some
Oh,
catfish?
dude, I'm ready.
Dude,
Hope we get some big ones, man. I haven't caught a big one for probably a year. It's just my luck fishing for bass. So.
We're gonna get some rain tonight.
Yeah.
I'm sure you already seen that, but
I
it's still biting the rain.
I got the rain gear, so
All right, man.
I'm afraid of rain.
So for this one, I'm going to be leaving the kayak at home just because they don't have kayaks. I don't have a lot of experience fishing for catfish from a kayak. Just figured it'd be the easiest, most effective and best way for us all just to get on John's boat and head out and try to chase down some of these big fish.
You guys ready to catch some flatheads? We're about to head south right now and get on some big boys.
We're going to start off about 15-20 feet during the daylight, and then once it gets starting to get dark, we're going to move up to a little bit shallower.
If you're addicted to kayak fishing, make sure you check out yakaddictsgear.com to rep your addiction.
When's that rain gonna start, you think?
9-ish.
Really?
It's supposed to rain all night.
11:45.
See, you look at a spot like this, and you're like, it don't really look that great, but man, you never know what's down in here.
Right.
Got a 28. What else do we get out of here? 28 or 24.
21 to 22.
Tournament, we got like a 20. There's some good catch, you know. There's some big ones here in the river.
Good dropper.
So hopefully we can get on. Got to make sure to get the scales off or you'll lose fish. You get a scale on your hook, on the circle hooks, you'll lose the fish. It won't penetrate the skin. That's the problem. Get over here so I don't get you.
We're using these little moon eyes for bait. I guess it's like candy for these flatheads. I don't think we got enough rods yet. So we got a 10-aught circle hook. We got a swivel to stop the sinker. Got a 5-ounce. What kind of sinker would you call this?
No roll.
5-ounce no-roll sinker. And there's a little bead probably just to absorb some of the shock and the sound. Basically a Carolina rig.
You want to do it at like an angle. That's what you don't want. If that happens, you're going to lose fish because that hook has to penetrate. So when you go like this, you don't want this tip to go back in and penetrate the fish. So you do it at an angle, it does it less often. So and then it kind of leaves it free right there, and then the fish can hook himself. So cool. Little snot coming out of his nose.
Look at that, it's like a little buffet for him. This one a little bit.
Yeah, just click that back.
And then they'll set it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they got to pull it down.
Then they'll pull it down.
Yeah.
And then set itself.
But it takes some getting used to because it goes against everything you've ever thought about
Yeah.
fishing. You let the fish do all the work. Now, there's times where sometimes the fish will play with it. And you got to wait, and sometimes you got to reel down on them, you know, but you never want to set the hook. That's the main thing because you'll miss fish all day long.
Yeah.
See how he kind of stands around the rod?
I've had to do that on saltwater stuff. That
Nice
little
channel.
guy. Yeah, I can even tell you're from flathead in that channel cat. You can film like figure 8.
Yeah.
The channels.
Channel catches roll.
Yeah.
Flathead just knocked their head.
Nope, it's flathead.
Oh, sweet. Little guy?
A little bit. I could hear in his voice he was like excited that it wasn't a channel.
Right?
Over here.
And we need about 10 times bigger.
So far, Tommy's the only one catching any fish. I feel at a slight disadvantage because I only have 2 rods and there's 10 rods on the boat, so I have a 20% chance of a hookup. No, I'm just joking. But it says it's about to start raining. It says 100% chance of rain starting in about 45 minutes for like the rest of the night. So this is gonna get interesting. But hopefully we can get on some bigger fish. And if they're biting in the rain, we're gonna stay out here and stick it out. So we'll just see how it goes. Rather have this on before it starts raining than try to put it all on after it's pouring.
we had checked the weather, but you know, it said it might rain a little bit, and that was really about it. It said there's like a 30% chance of rain. Well, that 30% chance of rain quickly turned into a 100% chance of rain, and temperatures plummeted almost to, it seemed like it was near freezing, but I think it was maybe, I don't know, low 40s. And it got cold, and it got wet. It got just damp, nasty, just miserable, honestly. But we were catching some fish, so we tried to stick it out as long as we possibly could. All of our rain gear just, it was raining so hard that all of our rain gear ended up failing. Somehow it got inside of everything, and just, I mean, we were drenched. Yeah, it was pretty miserable. We couldn't use any of the good cameras because of how bad it was raining, so we had to film most of it all on GoPro. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, kind of sucked, but that's just how it goes sometimes, you know. You can't change the weather, so you can either go home or you can try to stick it out, and that's what we did. Monster.
At least there's finally one in the boat.
Right.
Yeah, just pull them up in, dude. They ain't gonna break.
Yes.
Got him?
Oh, shit. Still playing with it. Got him that time.
What do you feel like?
It got bigger, didn't it?
Which way is he coming?
Oh, it's not bad at all.
Not that big.
Not bad.
Right here.
Welcome to Stillwater Outfitters.
Located in Yurtsville, Ohio.
Oh boy, look at that one.
What is it?
That's a flathead.
A good one?
Like 2-pounder. Well, maybe 3. 2.5, 3. 3.
Even hooked? Or is it just like stuck in it? Yeah, he's hooked.
We were getting a lot of hits. You know, they'd pick it up, run with it, drop it. Caught a couple smaller catfish. I think I caught like a little channel. Tommy was catching all kind of flathead. He was just destroying them. I think John caught a couple channels, maybe a flathead too. I can't really remember. Finally, later in the night, after we're starting to pretty much hate our lives because of how cold we were, Tommy got a decent one. I want to say probably 10-12 pounder. Not huge, but it was a decent fish.
What are you catching them on? Moon eye? Everything? A little better.
A little better.
I think we stuck it out till about 4 a.m. and then we just couldn't take it anymore. I think literally the early stages of hypothermia were starting to set in, and we decided to call it a night. I'm not gonna give up on this yet. I want to get a 40+ pound flathead catfish. I want to get one from a boat, and then once I do that, I want to get one from a kayak. So we're gonna try again. Probably see it on an episode next season, and yeah, hopefully we can do it this time. Like I said, those guys, I mean, literally they went back out like a week later. I couldn't because I was out of the state, and I think one of them got like, they were on like 30s and 40 pounders like a week later. These guys catch them constantly, so yeah, I'm hoping next time we're gonna get them. It's gonna be good. Even as miserable as it was out there with the rain and the cold and just all of it, just being on the water in any situation is still awesome. I still enjoy it, no matter how miserable it may seem. I always enjoy it. We were catching some fish. We didn't catch the giants we were after, but still, we had a blast hanging out with good people. Telling stories. Great time, and I can't wait to get back out and try to chase down some of these big catfish. So until next time.